In 1993, Sega revolutionized both 3D graphics and the fighting game genre with the release of Virtua Fighter. It is a masterpiece that has gone on to see several sequels, each building upon the foundation laid by Yu Suzuki's vision. However, let's take a step back and ask, what would things be like if we didn't jump straight into the polygonal revolution? Dark Edge is a fighting game that feels like it fell into our universe precisely from that reality. This is Sega's mad attempt at marrying 2D sprites with 3D gameplay at a time where 3D fighters were still in their infancy. As a result, there are a lot of crazy ideas in this game, some of which work, some of which don't. One of the only things that is obviously pulled from other games is a 1 vs 1 fighting game setup. When you put in a coin, you're greeted with a nice looking character select screen with a variety of fighters to choose from. The game is set in the future, which is a nice change of pace from other fighters of the era. You make your choice, face your first opponent, the announcer bellows "Fight!" and then the world ends.
First round, fight!
This game uses sprite scaling and rotation in a similar way to Sega's other superscaler games, like Outrun and Afterburner. However, the big difference between those games and this one is the camera. In those games, you travel in a straight line and the camera is firmly positioned behind your character. In this game, it tries to accommodate both characters as they move around to give the illusion of 3D and allow characters to move in 8 directions. This was revolutionary at the time, but came at a high cost. It is incredibly difficult to actually follow what's happening in each fight. The camera points in the same direction, but the characters move back and forth so much that it feels like it's twitchy and never quite following the fight. You will frequently be on one side of your enemy, only to find yourself suddenly on the opposite side due to an errant sidestep. The scaling also makes things frustrating, as your character will grow and shrink as you move in and out of the background. Again, this is something that is cool on paper and looks great at first glance, but makes each fight feel chaotic and out of your control. It's a shame, because the game looks and sounds spectacular. Visually, the game is colourful and detailed. Stages feature animated backdrops, weather effects, and other graphical trickery. From the sand-swept arena in futuristic Egypt, to the pools of reflective water underneath the Statue of Liberty, stages look great and provide a great backdrop to the big, detailed character sprites. The voices and impact effects are sharp and clear, whilst the music is upbeat and suits the game perfectly. There is actually something really endearing about Dark Edge, despite the game not being much cop to actually play. It's a hodgepodge of ideas, ambition, and effort that makes for a game that's fun to experience, even if you never truly feel like you're in control of your character. All we can say is thanks to the mad scientists at Sega for producing games like Dark Edge and continuing to push the boundaries of their arcade hardware.